It won't stay. There it is.
Keep going. So let's
So we're
talk
talking
about.
about TikTok and its issues and the ban and everything. And again, my guest is my brother Calvin, longtime friend. Calvin, shoot it off.
If you're talking about the founding fathers created a roadblock, a building block rather, and we were supposed to, as civilized humans, we were supposed to build on that
Correct.
and make it better
Right.
instead of making it worse. We are making it worse.
You think so? You really think we're making it worse?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we have people, powers that be, and that's what I mean when I say
Mm-hmm.
powers that be who make the money in control of everything.
Okay. I'm in agreement with that.
The reason you get fake news is because the news stations are owned by one or two particular groups.
Okay. And before you say that, we have to. I found out that we could get banned and or blocked. So we don't want to defer to any specific ethnicities. We're just talking in general. So
Listen,
don't shoot the
people,
messenger.
if you can Google, and find out who owns most of the multimedia companies.
Right. There you go.
I don't have to tell you that.
Right.
It's,
Right.
It's simplicity. You get any of it. You can find porn
Right.
on internet, so you can find out who owns most of the media companies.
Correct.
Now, also, let's take a look at something.
Right.
Twitter is becoming a particular platform because people are going for it. They're expressing themselves.
Right. Right.
They're expressing how they feel because they may not have an outlet to express how they feel. So
Okay.
this is online access. I can 15 seconds of fame.
Right. Right.
You can have 100,000. You can have 1 million people looking at you, giving you good, giving you bad, giving you indifferent opinions
Mm-hmm.
about whatever you're putting out there.
Correct.
That's freedom of speech.
Now I want to share. I want to share something, Cal, because like I alluded to earlier, we tried to do this before and it kept blanking out. So Calvin and I were discussing, like the requirements for TikTok, and I was explaining to Calvin, right? And like you said, it's all about money, right? Because when me and my wife encouraged me to set up a TikTok account, which I would have never done. I'm a street dude. And we in the streets. When you live in the streets, I've changed my ways since. But when you live in the streets, some of that mentality is hard to shed. You don't put your face, because I'm a convicted felon. You don't put your face on any platform, right? I no longer live that life, but thanks to the support and love of my wife and believing in me when I didn't believe in myself, we went on TikTok. We blew every portal within 30 days, about 35 days. So far as viewers, followers, we got a live with less than 1,000 followers due to watch time. The 100,000 follower thing, we didn't need that. We got monetization because our watch time is so crazy. And I want to applaud me and my wife because we are the #1 new creators, young, innovative creators on TikTok. And thank you, yeah, to all my followers, all the followers we've gained. Thank you so much. So, Cal, what do you think this ban is? We've been talking about this, right? But I just want to share something. I want you to chime in, right? Like I said, Mr. Trump, he ain't my president. Mr. Trump will be coming into office, and it's not nothing personal. I don't hate anybody. I just don't like the way the guy moves. He's a very smart and crafty and shrewd businessman. But outside of that, I don't ever think he should hold that office. He has diabolical thinking, and it scares me. It scares a lot of people. We already see what's going on with the ISIS thing. They're disrupting the disruption and confusion is starting already, and this man doesn't get inaugurated until tomorrow. Which he'll be a knight in shining armor, all TikTokers, because he's going to open up the platform again for us, and we should be happy for that. But it's a diversion, and I want people to watch and be very careful. Now is the time to be money smart. Whatever you have, start saving your pennies. If you don't have none, when you get some, be wise with it. Take off with it, Calvin. Tell me a little bit about that.
So, all right. So, my honest opinion, I've had brief, and I mean brief, conversations regarding this TikTok thing, and that's only going by what people in my office were discussing.
Right.
Other than that, I wasn't paying a damn bit of attention.
Right.
Because I'm not on TikTok.
Okay.
I used to be there,
Hmm.
and I used to be there. Don't know why I was there. End up getting rid of it.
Source of entertainment.
It
Pretty
wasn't
much.
even really entertainment per se, because there were certain people that I wanted to follow that were on TikTok. Then I
Okay.
looked at it. I'm good, but I'm good.
Hmm.
If it's meant for me to see you, I'll see you. Trust and believe. That's the bottom line. Listen, I don't know what his agenda is. Oh, I do have an idea what his agenda is.
Okay.
He can come in and save TikTok, but who is he saving TikTok for? Because the damn sure is not going to be for us. Because if I'm correct or not, hey man, wasn't he banned from TikTok or Facebook?
No, it was
or
Facebook.
He was banned from Facebook.
He was banned from Facebook and Twitter for his excessive abusive language on Twitter and his rhetoric on immigration and stuff. That's why Facebook blocked him
Okay,
and
so
took him down.
everyone looks at a picture, but no one looks at what it took to paint that picture.
Right.
What's the underline?
Hmm.
And as Americans, as people,
Right.
as humans, you need to start looking at the bigger picture. And this is a very big picture. And let me tell you why it's a big picture.
Okay.
People have already started to show what little colors that they and how they are moving.
Hmm.
Once this man becomes president, the rhetoric that he has given out in the past will continue on a presidential note.
So
Now,
I'm gonna ask you a question right there. I'm glad you said that. Right. So here's the thing, right? Have you noticed in the news lately, if you're watching him, he's taking a softer tone, but he's he's kind of contradicted everything that he said he was going to come in
nope.
because the Latinos have supported him, and now they've already started a sweep with ISIS. They're talking about literally going in the street with teams of people searching for immigrants. So he backtracked on them already. He backtracked on our Latina brothers and sisters already.
Listen, the moment I found out he had won the election, I shut down. I'm on.
And we're not hating on Trump, y'all. We just listen. It's our personal views and opinions.
I'm on a kick that.
Just like y'all had them about Obama. For anybody that watches this against what we say.
I am so ready to hit a number, and I don't even care if I'm ready to hit a number or not. I don't care if I hit a number or not. The
Right.
last number hit in Oregon. Good for y'all. But let me tell you something. I'm ready to go to a country and just say, I'm ready to become an immigrant.
Okay. And you know, it's sad because
In another damn country. And I think I can become an immigrant someplace else and maybe get some better treatment than I get here in my own damn country.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I want to chime in real quick. When I was in the Navy, the treatment that I received over in Asia, it was amazing. Japan, you know, it was love. Busan, Korea, it was love. The Philippines, Thailand. We are honored in those countries, even in Europe. The Slavic
Women and men love our women and our men. They want relations with us. And I'm talking about intimate relations. We are loved in so many different countries, but America. You know what I mean? We are loved. Like they want to, they just are enamored with our culture. Like when I was in Japan, it was the craziest thing. No lie, man. When I was in Japan,
I had a kid ask me, and I couldn't really understand him. He thought I knew Shaq. That's how disconnected they are, but that's how they connected they are to our ethnicity and our culture. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, they wanted to touch me like I was somebody special.
Our culture has done a 360. It has been doing a 360 for centuries. 60, 70.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's more prevalent now.
Right.
No, this is not a white thing. This is not a
black thing.
This is a thing.
All right. So hold up. I want to keep you on the course with this TikTok thing because this is it.
This is TikTok.
Okay. All right.
Remember I told you last meeting we had that everything is 6 degrees of separation.
Yes, we did discuss that.
Everything is connected.
Yes.
Now, sex is connected.
Right.
Personal opinions are connected.
Correct.
So my point being is the people on TikTok that do the makeup,
Mm-hmm.
the transformation.
Yes. Beautiful videos too.
Okay.
Exceptional work.
Okay, now Caucasian America, there have been people across the country who
Hmm.
have been trying to emulate our styles
Hmm.
and try to emulate us, even down to the way we wear our hair, the size of our lips, our big asses, and other appendages.
Hmm.
Listen, everyone was wanting to be with somebody who was, of the other side. Listen, it has been going on for eons.
Right.
Now, let's move forward. We are still not where we need to be as a race. We are
They're never gonna get there. You just have to. We just have to face that, right? Because
no,
no, no, no, no,
we're
no.
not going to
We're
get
not going to
there.
get there. We're
not
not.
in this.
Not in this lifetime.
This man will be in office for the next 4 years. It's going to take a minimum of 20 years for us to correct anything that he does.
Right.
He has set himself in a position. We're not going to continue to talk about him. But he has set
No,
himself in
we're talking about TikTok. Yeah, we're not going to get focused on him.
he has set himself up so that the Republican Party can now pretty much run the country for the next 20 some years.
Okay. And he'll always be a part of that, right? But my concern is
Democrat that's going to be strong enough to go against them unless someone stands out.
right.
TikTok is nothing more than a ploy for him to come and then this is the thing to do. Why is the President of the United States? Why is Congress? Why is the Supreme Court of all the cases that they
To sit
could
before
be,
them, right? That they could.
that they could
It's
need
really
to be working
important.
on?
Right, and they're talking about a social media platform, which they remember, like you said, they went after Mark Zuckerberg, they went after Facebook, and now it's TikTok, right? And see, here's the thing with that, right? So you did touch on something that is very important, right? Why are they so concerned with our freedom of speech? Why? And I want everybody to pay attention to the correlation of what's going on, right? Here we are on March. First of all, very disrespectful, Mr. Trump, to have your inauguration to steal the shine of one of our most popular leaders of all time, who have in fact changed the course of history for African Americans, and you want to be inaugurated on the day. Oh, yes, that was deliberate. That was deliberate, Calvin. That was deliberate.
Whether it was deliberate.
That was
or not,
deliberate. That was
listen,
deliberate.
Guess what?
And now he wants to be your knight in shining armor.
We won't be here.
No, but now he wants to be this knight in shining armor, right? And I want everybody to pay close attention to what he's doing. He's going to be the knight in shining armor. Here he comes riding in. First of all, very disrespectful again to have your inauguration, to downplay that holiday. That's what it was all about. He wants all the attention to be on him. And like I said, we're not talking about him, but this is in correlation with the TikTok thing. And now he's going to be your knight in shining armor. He's going to ride in, and TikTok will be on tomorrow night, y'all. They said it'll be back up about 3 a.m. So this was a blackout. And I told you guys before, when I first came on TikTok, that this was going to happen. It was going to be a blackout. They were not going to shut that down. That platform makes billions in a day. We're not talking about weeks. That thing is generating at least $1 billion. We don't know. And that's what the government is mad about. It's not about freedom of speech. They can't get in their pockets. They don't know what's in the pocketbook. That's what this case is all about. They don't know what their gross is, what their earning. They have no graphs, no charts on TikTok. So guess what? This is where we sit.
But we discussed this on our last adventure. I told you everything is 6 degrees of separation.
Yes, I agree.
There will always be a connection to something, somewhere, somehow.
Right.
Okay. And then the root of all evil has always been considered the dollar.
Oh yeah, I would totally agree.
You have, oh my God, what the hell is this man's name? Who wants to fly the rocket to the moon? I don't understand.
Are you talking about the owner of Virgin?
Well,
that was the first one. His name. That was the first one. He actually built his rocket. Elon Musk. What were you talking about, Mr. Musk?
It's the Musk.
Okay.
I don't know why I can't.
I can't bring the name of the guy that first did it though. He created the rocket. Virgin Records.
I don't even care about that rocket mess. I was just trying to remember who the person was.
All right.
That's how interested I am in it. You have someone who is just extraordinary. And in actuality, if everyone really pays attention to him, he really didn't know who this man was. Now his face is everywhere. His
Right.
name is like everywhere. Because really, no one knew who Elon Musk was,
Right. Right.
except that he created Tesla.
And why was here's the thing. I want to ask you this: why is he so interested in buying TikTok? He wants to be the savior.
No,
But what? No, he wants to buy. He wanted to buy TikTok, and they refused him. They
No.
refused to sell it to him.
and by
But
right,
why?
because he's in Trump. Trump is in his pocket.
Without a doubt, the man is the richest man in the world right now.
Okay, Trump is in his pocket. And
Okay.
then if Trump is in his pocket and he has control of this, that means Trump now has control of this
Correct.
at all times, even after his election.
Right. After he leaves office, they've
Okay.
they've committed that type of bond. I do agree 100%.
You are, listen, we're at a particular juncture and we're either going to cross this finish line or we're going to fall behind. And this is what my opinion is. At the end of the day, we need to wake up.
Yes, we do.
And-
I say that all the time. Wake up, America.
And
Wake
no,
up.
not America. People of the world, you need to wake up
Period.
And-
I agree.
and figure out what the heck is going on.
Right.
And pay attention to what's going on. Everything that goes on, there is a underlining story. There is no reason for the craziness that we had at the first day of a new year.
Yes. Yes.
And this man was giving his loyalty to ISIS. Okay, what kind of hoopla was this?
Oh, I want to stop you right there, right? Yeah, he is. He can be diabolical in a sense, but again, I want everybody to understand, right? This is my opinion. What I see of him, like I said, I worked in the field. I'm a psychology and marketing major. What I see some of the exhibits. Well, I already know the man has personality disorder. That is definite. I mean, because he just showed us he rallied for all the Latinos to come support him. Hold on, we rallied for them and they supported him, right? And now I want you to see how diabolical he's gotten within just like he's pushing buttons. He's not even in Oval Office. You know, they are literally in the streets already, cause and effect. You know, and he caused this effect. And now they are going to put people out, good, hard class working people who came to this country. Yes, it's good and bad in everybody. That's a part of life. But now he's singled out all immigrants. And if you read the numbers on how many people that he would be sending back, I think it's like 250,000 in Brazil. The numbers are crazy. Guatemala is like 200. It's nothing less for each one of these countries. All of them are pushing close to a quarter of a million people, right? And you ask yourself, why? That's a large part of our population that's working, right? So you take just those two countries alone, and those are the numbers, 240 and 250, right? So what do we have? We have 490,000 people that must leave this country.
Let's take a look at something. All those wealthy people who have millions and billions of dollars,
Uh-huh.
who have 15, 16 room mansions, who have businesses,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much most of their workers are foreign.
Or immigrants, yes. Listen, I've worked with somebody like that. And he paid me really well.
Now, the trick to this is, but I tell you this, if whomever goes back, if that happens, whomever going back, it won't be my staff. But how about that? So whomever's going, I don't care. Lupe just came in here on the boat, so she ain't going nowhere. She cooks and cleans in my house and takes it. She ain't going nowhere.
So, hold on.
It's going to be not everyone. This whatever this ISIS thing is, whatever this DACA thing is not for everyone. It's
Right.
going to be for. If I'm a privileged person, I get to pick and choose who stays in my household, who stays in my employment.
Okay.
if I ain't employed by a rich man or if I'm an immigrant, then my ass is out.
Right.
But but America, yeah, you had the Latinos who voted for you, this, that, and the
And it's
third. Okay,
sad. That's
that's
sad.
fine.
No, that's no,
That's
that's
fine. No, it's
that's
not.
sad. It's
Because
sad. It is
if you had the right to vote
for whoever you wanted to.
to whomever you wanted to, and that's who you chose,
Mhm.
then that's okay. I'm okay with it.
Oh, but see,
all right, now the question is, it's not that I'm okay with it. The question is, are you okay with your vote? Now, we're not here to talk about vote.
no, we're talking about TikTok.
We're talking about TikTok.
and the ban, right?
The ban for the TikTok is nothing but a ploy for someone to come in and be a knight in shining armor.
Correct. And I said that. That's what he's going to do. He's going to be your knight in shining armor. And I want everybody to pay attention. We need to be fiscally smart right now.
But what does that cost you? You ask yourself, okay, if he comes in, he saves TikTok, he brings you back up, and you're now live.
Yep.
What will that cost?
Yeah, because there's going to be a cost. Me and my wife just watched the video, right? Because we've exceeded, I believe we have over $100 because you have to have over $100 in gifts, right, to be able to withdraw. So it kept staying stuck in this thing. It said not sufficient funds. You need this amount. Now, right before the ban went down, right, like I said, we had a hell of a 3 nights, man. Like our stream was blowing up, right? And then all of a sudden we got a bunch of gifts, especially when my baby went on. She got a bunch of gifts, and I looked, and here's the thing. Do you know my wife and I, as the best at the starting in our time frame as the best new creators, right? We received 259,000 gifts. Now, what that is, we just watched. It's up to TikTok to pay us accordingly. So that could be a half a penny. I don't care what it is. 259,000. You give me a half a penny. I can't wait until they bring it back up because we need that. But anyway, my point being is, right, that we just watched something, and here's the thing. Here's another thing. Just with the TikTok, like you and I just discussed, they cannot, they don't know TikTok's actual worth, and that's what's scaring them. That's why they went at Mark Zuckerberg. You understand what I'm saying? They started, they came with all this nonsense about what's on the platform. No. America is not in control of this bag, y'all. Don't be confused, and do understand that this is a diversionary tactic by this man coming into office. He wants to be the hero. We've seen it time and time again. Who gets shot supposedly on the side of the head and jump up, right, and throw their fist up? This man is full of theatrics, y'all. Full of theatrics. You need to pay attention. We haven't heard anything about an ongoing investigation. He was shot, for God's sakes. Or supposedly, the investigation, we have no more information about that. This is diabolical, y'all. Y'all better be paying attention. And now he's going to divert our attention away from the real issues with TikTok.
I'll keep saying it. I'll say it today, and I'll say it tomorrow, and I'll say it after that. Life is 360 degrees of separation. Everything is connected in some way, shape, form, and or fashion.
Right.
Now that you brought that up, yeah, his assassination attempt I can't even get that out right now. So
it was a joke, and it's sad that that even happened.
That was a ploy.
We all know that.
Because you're telling me this one person, this lone gunman, took a shot at him.
The former president. Now, you remember,
he wasn't president. He was the
no,
former president.
it was the former president.
He was
so security was supposed to be double on him.
And
he's already been in office.
So, he took a shot at him, hit him in the ear.
Mm-hmm. And people died behind this nonsense.
Okay, but let's go with something else. You just put Secret Service out there on the wire.
Right.
Not only was there one attempt, supposedly there were 2 attempts. So you just put Secret Service on the wire now.
Right.
Because they already have a funky reputation now.
True.
JFK,
True.
Wait a minute.
Which we know,
Okay.
We ain't gonna get into that, but we know a lot of us know the history of that and know what happened.
But we're not going to touch that. But that makes you want to kind of wonder, think like, wait a minute, okay. All the years that somebody else has served for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I called getting a bullet in the window, but the window was so thick, that wasn't going to happen. But also, you never hear nothing about him being shot. So what's the difference between this man
Right, right, right.
And
It's
then
a
this,
joke. It's a joke.
it's like
Stay
I said,
awoke, people. Stay awoke. Pay attention to what's going on around you.
if you're just worrying about TikTok, then I feel sad for you.
Well, hold up. I got to stop. The TikTokers, it's a lot of famous influencers on there now who've made like real serious money. I mean, like, I've seen people on there. Hold
but
on.
we're
I just
talking
want to
about
say.
money. But
Right,
see,
right.
this
Well,
is
that's the
thing.
purpose. That's the
That's
whole
the-
thing. That's
but
what
that's
this is
the
all
pro-
about.
but-
It's all
but
about money.
It's about money, but at the end of the day, is the money worth your freedom? Because your TikTok antics, or not necessarily antics, but your TikTok platform is in jeopardy.
Right. I do agree.
It's
do
not
agree.
so much about they're taking money out of your pocket. Not that's understandable. They're taking a source from you.
Mm-hmm.
But are you paying attention to the bigger picture? Someone is affecting your freedom of speech.
Now, I got to stop you there, right? I just want to stop you. I agree that some of it is related to freedom of speech, right? But again, the behaviors that I'm seeing, all of this is just diversionary. It's something bigger, and we don't know what's coming.
But the diversionary,
We just don't know.
We can't sit here and say that it's diversionary and be the only one saying that this is diversionary
Mhm.
or thinking that this is diversionary. We need, that's two minds, that's two voices.
But you got to look at it, Calvin. I'm just saying the timing of all of this is just it's really funky.
I'm understanding that.
The weekend of his inauguration, it gets shut down, and Monday he says it'll be back open. That's a diversion.
I can agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But as I said,
Uh-huh.
that's two minds.
I agree.
That's two voices.
That's just our opinions, people. Right. He's absolutely right.
What about the other billion people out there who are on TikTok?
Uh-huh.
Are they thinking and saying the same thing?
No, that you're concerned. Here's the thing: they're lost within the platform because the money has gotten so good, right? And I can see, like, I see this with all humility.
I am so thankful again to my wife because I would have never stepped out there. But like the love and that our followers was giving us, it was amazing. It really made me emotional. I sat on this sofa in here because I'm a plain Jane dude, and I cried because I could see the blessing. We weren't on here. My wife and I didn't go on TikTok putting on airs, and I see a lot of people force content. You know what I mean? But I met some really good people. I met a brother from Nigeria. Oh, this brother was amazing. I wish you could have heard the conversations that he and I had. 20 years old. 20 years old. Spoke like a scholar. You hear me? 20 years old. And I'm going to try to help that brother. He's looking for, which isn't a good time right now, but he wants to come over here and try to get a visa. And I know somebody who used to work and do that. But like I said right now, and I want to put this out there, y'all, with all this TikTok stuff and everything that's going on, my brothers and sisters of different nationalities, please don't travel now. You see what he's trying to do. You may not even be able to get back into this country. Seriously. He may stop you on the other side. You know, we're seeing some diabolical stuff going on. But back to the TikTok thing. There's some amazing creators on there. And then, everything has a spectrum, right? And then there's just some people on there like, and I'm saying to myself, why? And I'm gonna give you a perfect example, and I want you to really comment on this. So we, like I said, had got popular with our viewing time, right? I'm going to other people's lives, positive stuff on there. So you can't say black on TikTok. It has to be BLK or white T when you're talking. Now, how offensive does that sound? But that's their rules. White T when you're talking about men or woman, but BLK, man or woman. And I made a mistake, and I said it a couple times, and it'll knock me out of a conversation. And then somebody will type me and say, yo, this is, we have to use these acronyms for identifying with our race. I'm not going against TikTok for that. That's their rules, that's the regulations. And if we have to do that to stay on the platform, that's fine. But here's the thing. So I'm on there, and like I said, me and Gina started gaining a real we gaining traction. Like I said, in 3 days, we did 14,000 people. 14,000 views and likes. Right? 14,000. We have in less than 60 days, we have over 2.5 years worth of viewing time. That's amazing for two just ordinary people. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm thank you, Father, for all praise, So we want to keep our platform in its proper perspective. We're not disrespecting. We set boundaries. Me and my wife talked about this, how we want to run and move forward with this. Now, here's the thing, right? I had a guy, right? So what they're doing is they're watching our content because all creators can watch other people's numbers. So they see that we're in the front. This guy
right? Let me tell you this, Calvin.
It was very funny. So the first one I went on, he was talking about the white tee, BLK thing, and do white tee women disrespect white tee men in public? First of all, I didn't like the platform because he was taking a shot at our queens. Yes, our women on those platforms they're not angry. They have been through so much within our communities, abuse, trauma, and they're dealing with their issues. Not saying that it doesn't go on in other ethnicities and backgrounds, but here's the different thing about our communities. We're made to be strong. We have to be strong. We cannot falter because we're in a precarious situation, right? Our women are told to suppress their emotions. Our men are told you ain't supposed to cry, you little wussy, and this and that and the other, right? So our women move on. They move on, and they carry so much, right? Here's this strange behavior weirdo guy that I checked. He had white tee women on, black tee women, and he was trying to put a circle and a triangle, right? I'm gonna be quiet real quick because I really want you to chime in on this. So he's not allowing anybody to answer. So he sees me come and he knows we're popular. Or he's pushing a button, sending me requests, and it's keep popping up on the screen. But I'm just watching before I want to know what I'm getting into. I already see the baiting. Like I said, I'm a psychology major. I see him trying to bait. So I go in, hey, G, good to hear from you, man. We got G on the platform. Right? So I sit back. Who am I? I'm nobody. Right? I'm just putting out stuff that people really want to see. So you're trying to gain your popularity through a platform that my wife helped me develop. You're trying to discredit me in what I'm saying, and I'm already aware of what he's trying to do. You understand? So, G, no, that's not the question I asked you. This is how he's hammering me. I said, let me tell you something, right? I said, you got the right idea, the wrong guy. I said, I want you to read 2 books, Sun Tzu, Art of War. I said, I'm a psychology major, man, and the 48 Laws of Power. They are mind control books. They banned them from prison. We couldn't even read those books in prison anymore. That's how powerful the books were because they had noticed a pattern of dudes being able to sexually manipulate women with the 48 Laws of Power. It was really working. In jail, it was just like coupled up. The guards was coupling up with these dudes, and these dudes were reading these books, and they found out why. So they banned the book. But back to the TikTok story. This guy, he tries to emasculate me. He tries to make me look bad. And I really took it as a personal affront. So before TikTok went down, right, I made a beautiful TikTok. I made a beautiful thing, and it was coming close to the end. They were going to shut it down. So I had to shut it down. I was at 1.2 within 15, 20 minutes. You hater. Because you're going to watch this video. He's going to watch it. He's been trolling me all over TikTok. But here's the thing. That platform, it can be healthy and it can be unhealthy. Here's a man, my sole purpose, Calvin, was when I went on TikTok and I told Gina, I said, I got an idea. And it worked. And she enhanced my idea, right? And we were shouting out other people, copy, pasting, and linking. And guess what? It blew us up even more because through our portal, people were seeing by me copying, sharing, linking, it was making them more popular. So he got mad and tried to discredit me. You understand what I'm saying? As opposed to me reaching out to him, because I would have been willing to work with him. You understand? Me and him have live debates on TikTok about these issues. Do you see how, my point being, right, because this is all in correlation, do you see how that platform is used even for us to go at each other and continue to, the crab in the barrel effect? Give me your thought on that. Because here I am, I came with good intentions, Kyle. I did. I put on my page, I posted people, I gave them big shout outs, we started connecting. I met a beautiful sister in North Carolina.
So with that being said, so let me say this. When you're on the road driving,
Right.
you don't drive for yourself. You drive for others.
Right.
Now, just because you drive for others don't mean that you have to deal with others. Okay, so I sit back and I play novice, and I am, because I have no idea if he had never asked me to do this, I wouldn't have done it.
No, he wouldn't have.
I really wouldn't.
Almost had to twist his arm to get him here.
I because Birdie told me I really don't care. You don't care. Listen, I don't have much of a life, but I have a life.
Right.
And this ain't it. I'm not trying to be. I don't need 15 minutes of fame.
Right. And that wasn't my purpose of going on TikTok. I wanted to share my platform.
I don't need you to hear or I don't need you to feel my pain or my humility. I don't need your permission.
Right.
All right, let's move past that. I have seen some TikTok pages. I've seen some YouTube pages that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Did I subscribe to all of them? No.
Right.
Did I like all of them? No. Some I did, some I didn't.
Right.
If the content appealed to me, then I liked it, and then maybe I followed.
Okay.
This world is a big, blue, bloody, doggone marvel. I'm interested in how other people are living.
Right.
I know how I'm living. I want to see how
Hey,
other
honey.
people are living.
Wife walking through.
I want to see how everyday people live in Nigeria. I
Right.
want to see how
And I
people-
started gaining that following.
I want to see how
Nigeria,
people
the
live
UK.
in normal people who live in Paris.
Right.
Even though I have
And I was very intrigued by that.
I have people around the country who live this particular kind of lifestyle tell me that, it's not good for certain people to be here. It's not good for certain people to be here.
Right.
That people in this particular location love you. But listen, life is life. Life is going to be what it's going to be.
Right.
Whether you are negative, whether you are positive, whether you are neutral, don't matter.
Right.
Time is still going to go. It will still be 1 o'clock somewhere.
That's right. Talk heavy.
Okay?
Talk heavy.
So you don't necessarily need to bring someone down. And then that goes back to what I said earlier, and I will continue to say it. We are not going to make it anywhere because we're too busy trying to attack each other
And hurt each
instead
other.
of
Right.
uplifting each other. And
And
that
TikTok
goes
is a
back-
beautiful platform.
And that goes to TikTok. Okay, so how's the correlation work for that? Okay,
Mhm.
so this is how the correlation works. Because there are a lot of positive things that are happening and transponding on TikTok where people are actually reaching other people.
Right.
Real
people,
Not
right.
AI people.
In
but
different countries,
real
all around the
people,
world, right.
All around the world. Something that you may be going through, that you may be talking about, or you may be showing someone. Maybe
You're helping somebody.
You're
Thank you,
helping
Calvin.
somebody.
Thank you so
You could be
much.
helping
Thank
somebody.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent. Couldn't be said any better. Thank you.
I wish there was a lot more people willing to help each other. Now that I find suicide to be the most awful thing.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I just want to chime in 1 second. They talked about mental health with this thing, right? They did a study right before they were going to shut this down and how it would affect our children. How malicious was that? Talk about the child, right, who's been bullied, who's gay, right? Who's gay or lives an alternative lifestyle and who don't know how to deal with that, and they express themselves through this platform. One of them children probably took his life about this, honestly. We got to keep it real. And it's sad to say that.
And it's not sad to say it if not if you're telling the truth. It's only sad to say when you're telling a lie.
Right. It's sad to say that.
It's a sad commentary.
And they know this.
There are a lot of people out there who need these particular platforms. These I can't get it out.
Peanut butter tongue, you all right.
All right, so they need this adventure so that they can be whole, feel whole, feel like
Exactly.
they're not the only ones.
Right.
So, world, whatever you think you may be going through, you're not the only one. There's
Right.
someone who's going through the same thing. They just may not be able to express themselves, but that must teach you to be more respectful and more kind. Now, let me tell you something that I don't understand. I'm not going to understand it. I didn't understand it yesterday, and I'm not going to understand it tomorrow. And I'm not going to understand it a year from now. What's up with these damn videos where I see people recording themselves or someone's recording someone being bullied and
Yeah, we got to stop that.
and things
That is a
of-
bad thing. I don't like that. I don't stand on
never,
that.
And these fight videos and where has the humanity? I said this my last visit. Where's the humanity at? People are fighting. You're attacking a McDonald's worker, and
It goes viral.
it's like, whoa!
It goes
And then
viral. Stuff like that goes viral.
When that person defends themselves, now you have, oh well, he shouldn't have did. No, first of all, the person who did whatever listen. There's a start, there's a middle, there's a finish.
Get in the middle of everything.
If you start something,
Life is a chess game. You
if
just
you
heard him say
start
it.
something, let's be real. If you start it, there's someone out there who's willing to finish it.
Correct.
So with that, there's going to be someone willing to finish it for you.
Right.
Like I said, don't write no. You know, my mama used to say this a long time. Don't write no check your ass getting cash.
Talk heavy.
Okay.
My mother told me the same thing.
Okay. Don't write no check now. Now
Mhm.
listen. I'm all about people expressing themselves. I want people to express themselves. I
Right.
think that's what will help us move forward. I think that's how ideals
Mm-hmm.
will move and become greater than what they are.
Right.
This TikTok thing, I'm going to say I don't understand it, to shut down that, none of that. Why don't I understand it? Because I am not.
Invested in it, and it's fine.
I ain't invested in
Right.
it.
Right. It's fine. But here's the thing: we have a.
If it's shut down today and doesn't appear until next year, I'll still be, life still goes on.
Right. Right. And I agree with
and
you.
I respect those who are on it.
Mm-hmm.
If that's your twist, that's your twist, that's your game.
Right.
Be good with it. I ain't with it. Listen, I don't need no one to come save it. No. I don't need no one to come save it. I don't. Listen, shut it down. You can shut it. That's the question.
Well,
The
see.
question of life,
Mm-hmm.
here and right now, that everyone needs to answer to themselves. If it all shuts down today, what will you do tomorrow?
Well, see, that's it. I'm glad you said that, right? Because here, like you and I, right? You, I, my wife, Gail, all of us, right? Our little nucleus, right? It was a luxury for us, right? But we have to remember, we have to consider, right? We have a whole new generation, right? From the inception of birth, this is theirs. This is what they inherited. So mentally, emotionally, and physically, this shit is messing with them. You understand what I'm saying? Because I want you to think about something here. I want to give you some serious consideration, right? If they shut down all social media platforms, do you know what the fallout would be from? Because this is what these kids know. This is what we have new innovators and creators coming out, and this is, like you said, you alluded to. This is how they express themselves. You understand? They know no other way. It's a scientific fact that these entities are causing mental health issues within our youth. And now here we go with the TikTok ban, right? Like I said, it's sad to say, right? I hate to even say this, but somebody is unlife today just behind that ban. Believe it or not, somewhere in the world, some child was that distressed because that's the way he expressed him or herself, and with their issues, with their mental health issues. You know, I've met some beautiful people in there. Like I said, I started touching Nigeria. Me and my wife started the UK. I looked on last night. We had Jamaica. You know what I mean? We started getting a real following, right? And people were really understanding what we were saying.
Some platform went down. I don't know who it was. I think it went down for like maybe a week or a couple. He's 48 hours.
Right.
I swear people lost what little common sense they had. They lost their mind.
This is theirs. This is what they know. They were born into it again.
I mean, they lost.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Cell phone, we was happy to have one.
We were born. They were born. We weren't born. I wasn't born into it.
We weren't born into that. This is what they know.
Now, the kids after me, this is all they know. But you want to know something? This is all they know because this is what we give them.
Well, Hope, I got to stop you there. This is what this system has given them.
Oh, no.
No.
And the system didn't give you a damn thing. You gave this to them. You gave it to them as.
That's our new line. But here's the thing. That's our new line of communication.
No, gave it. No,
it's a new line of communication.
No, it's not. It's a new line of communication. But that's what you choose for it to be.
So how are you going to communicate? All right, I'm gonna take your. Wait a minute. I'm gonna take your emails. I'm gonna take your cell phone. How are you going to communicate, Calvin?
You talk to them. We're not talking about
I can't talk to you if you're in Philadelphia.
If we're not, listen. There has been nothing wrong with sitting at a table, writing a letter, putting a stamp on it, and mailing it.
Calvin, for God's sakes, we don't even have cursive anymore.
Guess what? But see, that's the bloody damn point.
Right.
This is not new to them. This is not their method. This is their method because this is what we choose for them as their method. And it's not even that we choose it for them. What we are doing is we are giving them little babies crying.
So, and essentially you're saying we gave them a pacifier.
Babies crying. Here, take my phone.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. That's
Take my-
theirs. That's theirs.
Take
And
my
they
tablet.
shut up. And I've seen it 1,000 times in the market.
listen,
they're
go
on
ahead.
tablets. They're on YouTube. They're on
And
this particular
they'll sit there
platform.
and they'll watch these little games, or
Right.
they'll watch these little cartoons. And we had cartoons at 4 o'clock and Saturday
All day.
until
Yep. All day.
pretty much all day until,
Yep.
until around 1 o'clock, maybe
Yep.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
And that
And we would get up early to watch those cartoons.
with a big bowl and milk and cereal.
Cereal spilling it everywhere. Yep. There you go. That was us. This is our
And
generation.
After that, our asses would be outside.
Right.
Mom,
And
Dad,
you better be inside before what, Calvin?
Mom, Dad, Grandma say, you don't beat the light on.
Right. You better beat that light before that street light before
so
you.
before
Yeah.
that street light came on, your ass better be in front
We
of
really
the
live
door.
like that as children. Yes.
And we were called latchkey kids.
Yep.
Mom
We
and
stayed
Dad
at
had to go
home,
work. We
right.
we opened that
And,
damn.
and we
listen,
better not open the door.
I can't tell you how many keys I've lost.
Oh man, I got smoke beat off of me for that.
Okay,
Oh,
I
God.
can't tell you how many keys I've lost over that lifetime. But that's what we gave kids.
Right. So
This is our legacy.
uh-huh.
This is what we're giving them.
Right.
When we can give them, we don't give them socialization. When we give them a tablet, we give them a phone, we're taking socialization away from them.
You know what?
They
I do
don't-
agree.
They
like,
don't know how.
they don't know how to effectively
These
communicate
kids right
without
now
a device.
Don't
Right.
know how to communicate. They
Without a
don't-
device in their hand.
They
Exactly.
don't know what it means to say good morning. They don't know what it says goodbye, good evening, they don't have any idea of what these are. They know emojis. I don't know what the hell is that. People would talk to me about certain things. They would say certain things. I'm like, well, you know what I'm talking about now, and I would have to be, what? No, I don't know what the hell you. Speak English.
Mhm.
Speak English.
Right.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Right.
Why did they say that? But this is what we give them.
Right.
And this is the thing that I'm saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok can be a good thing, and TikTok can be.
But that's with anything.
But you're right. That's with anything.
That's with anything. It's
But
it's how we use it.
understanding thyself
Right. There you go. Now you're hitting on it.
is
Most
the
important.
it's the most important thing.
Right.
And then you have a lot of parents out there. And I know, no, I'm not beating parents up. No, this is not that kind of platform. I'm saying if you've got a damn child, you're a parent. We are taking too much. We're not helping our children. We're coddling. them.
So you think so? Essentially, what you're saying is taking them on, like allowing them without the socialization skills, like you said, to be on those type of particular platforms. Do you think it's a benefit or is it a harm?
It's a harm.
Okay.
It's a harm.
Is it harming them?
Why do I feel it? Like I said, I said it before. It's a double-edged sword
Uh-huh.
with this media, with this medium. Why?
Uh-huh.
Because parents are not monitoring what is going. Listen, pedophiles pretend to be little girls and little boys
On these platforms.
on
correct.
these platforms,
Right.
and having conversations with them.
yeah.
That's where the parental locks came into play, because they
Right.
weren't in play before. It's
Right.
like, oh no, this is how people are getting to our kids. So let's do something about that.
Okay.
You're not really monitoring your kids on this thing,
Right.
and we didn't have a computer in our home.
Right. We had encyclopedias, like you
We had
said,
an encyclopedia.
and our parents had to put them on layaway to get them,
Okay.
and we was using them because if you didn't, you would get your ass beat.
Okay. These kids right now, the only thing they know are electronic devices. Now, let me understand something. That's what's next in the line of the generation.
Okay.
That they must understand these computers because it's there.
Right.
But we also need to take responsibility for what we produce.
Right. And I agree with you. Like I
And
said,
that we're not doing.
right.
We're not putting enough positive things for
Out there.
people
Right.
to look at.
Exactly.
we-
Exactly.
We're putting fights out there. People are just becoming more.
Brazen in their conduct.
Yeah, but they're becoming more social media geeks. And what I mean by that is, when we fought, it was no camera phone.
Right.
You fought. you got over it, or we fought a week or so.
Right,
You
and
might
people
fight for
weren't.
all week.
And I can see what you're saying, right? And people weren't being made memes for getting beat up, and
Okay.
publicly humiliated on a platform, and that's what's happening. So that's the downside of it. I do agree.
And now you've allowed people to be. How can you be cyberbullied? Never understood that one, but I can understand.
And we've
that.
lost children to that. We've had casualties behind cyberbullying,
Cyberbullying.
which should never happen.
How
Which
do
should
you
never
bully?
happen.
That means you're online too much. That you can be bullied. That's me. That's my opinion.
Now I want to say something. I want to cut you off real quick, right? Because we're gonna wrap this up, right? And I want your opinion on this, right? What a lot of people don't know when TikTok, when TikTok, do you know what it was used for in Asia and Japan and where it came from? Do you know what it was used for? All right, so anybody that don't know TikTok history, I'm gonna drop a little jewel on you, and this is the truth. So TikTok in Japan, when it first, because it's been around, it's nothing new, right? People think this is new. This platform, TikTok has been around for a while, and what they did, they used it as a social experiment, right? In Japan or wherever it was created, right? It was used as a social experiment, and all of these videos that you see, like on the American side, none of that was on the original TikTok, believe it or not. They would have their little anime, right? This is what they were using TikTok for. And it was focused. It was all education, but it was games. So the TikTok that you and I know was not the TikTok, the origins of the TikTok that exists now. Their children weren't, but the platform got so big they had to open it. But initially, they used that for their children to focus. It was an educational tool. But it blew so fast when it was introduced to the United States. And like you said, freedom of speech. We brought a whole new vision to it.
We put a whole new spin on it.
Spin on it, right?
So,
but that's what TikTok was. People don't get it twisted. You can look that up. That's real information.
I can sit here and play novice and dumbfounded. Like, okay, so asking me, do I know about TikTok, would be a wasted question.
Right.
No. You can ask me about Facebook. Okay, it's just there. I don't know. Because there was a time where I lived on it. I lived on certain platforms because I didn't understand what my life was. I didn't understand what it meant to be outside. I would get upset when someone didn't respond to me. When I said hi, I wanted you to say hi back.
Right back, yeah.
And then
not realizing that people were doing other things.
And
right?
I thought about it, and I'm like, because then I would get hit with that. Well, I said hi to you. Or I said something.
You actually went through that. Remember? I was trying to get in touch with you.
I sent you an emoji.
Right. You and I went through that one time.
I don't know what the hell that means.
Yep.
Because you got a bunch of little smiley faces. Like, what the hell does that mean? I don't know. Am I supposed to understand? Then I go back and then I'm trying to figure out what this emoji. I'm like, oh nope, gotta stop. That's that. That is entirely too much damn energy.
Right.
That I need to be wasted on. I need to be doing something else.
Right.
There's so much more that we can do.
Okay.
I think the TikTok ban or shutdown, whatever the heck that is, I don't know. And I have to honestly be honest with you. Don't really care. I know it affects a lot of people.
Like I said, financially, emotionally, mentally.
I'm not going to.
This has hurt a lot of people.
I'm not going to put it. I'm not going to put a downside on it, or I'm not going to change my mind.
Right.
I just don't care. Shut it down. You want to shut it down today? You want to shut it down tomorrow? Shut it down. But it's more to me than the shutdown of that one entity.
Mm-hmm.
It's only because I look at it as freedom of speech.
Okay.
It's being attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Because the next thing we had this problem when the police overstepped their bounds with protesters.
Yep.
This has happened across the world.
Oh man, it's an on running reel of that. We just see that all the time. All the time. This is an on running reel.
This is reality, and we have too many children that are not living in reality. They find living on social media platforms better than living here. But understand something, you cannot go into the computer. This is not one of those computer movies where you can live your life as a computer program. No, this is not the Matrix. This is not this. That's another platform.
Right.
This is reality. This is real.
Right.
You have to live in this world. So since you have to live in here, let's try to make this world better than it was yesterday
Mm-hmm.
for our kids.
Yep.
So yeah, kick your kids out the damn house and tell them to go play in the playground. See, we were able to go to the damn playground. We didn't have to have escorts and
Mm-hmm.
had 15 the Army Corps there looking over us. We went, we played, we were in a group. We weren't see right now these TikTok programs and these things, they're individualized. They're not grouped.
Mm-hmm.
Because we hung out. If you got one of us, you wasn't gonna get one of us unless you got us all. And there might be 15 of us, and we're gonna take you down.
Right.
So these kids feel like they're part of something.
Right.
But in
right.
actuality, they're really by themselves. They're alone.
But see, I think to touch on what you said, because we're gonna wrap this up, right? To touch on what you said, and I want your final thoughts on this. Here's the thing. Again, back to the children, right? Because with the onset of technology and as it advances, right, we see that that's what it was designed for. It's a selfish thing. You sit there by yourself. You know, you have children sitting at their dinner tables on TikTok and these platforms, right? People don't even talk. Even adults are guilty of this. They'll sit at the table. I've seen it, and everybody's on a platform, and they're not eating. They're not even having dinner together anymore, right? It truly has isolated us, right? But here's the thing. Calvin and I are going to talk about, was this by design? That's going to be our next. We're going to talk about these platforms. You know, I'm a firm believer. I don't believe in conspiracy theories. You know, I just watch. I'm an observationist. I see something. I give my opinion or my view on it. It may be right. It may be wrong. You may agree with me. You may not. But my opinion is of my own, just as Calvin's is, and I respect his, and that's why we flow so well together. We respect one another's appointment, whether how each and every one feels. We don't negate each other's feelings, and that's why our bond is so strong. You know, he'll say, right, you know, I understand what you're saying, but I don't agree, and I respect him for that. But when he says that, he's telling me I'm not negating your feelings. I just don't see it that way.
I don't agree with
Yeah.
you. No.
So Calvin, close us out, right? Because we're gonna shut this down, and you got to go to work, and I got to go over and kiss this fine wife of mine, and find a little bit. So
because I don't have a platform and I ain't making no money off of this. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, whomever's listening, find your existence. Find your purpose.
Right.
And then put your energy in your purpose.
I got to give you one for that.
Yeah. So there you have it. Thank you, Calvin, again for joining me. And Calvin and I are going to pick this discussion back up, right? Because this is a hot topic right now. And for anybody that watches this, thank you, man. Subscribe, like, hit the like button. Y'all know what to do. Subscribe, like, and follow us. You know what I mean? We're gonna. This platform is called Can We Real Talk, and we're gonna talk for real. You're not gonna get any BS from us. We're gonna give you our opinion, whether you agree with it or not. That's up to you. Maybe you'll take something from this, and prayerfully, we're hoping using this platform that we can enlighten somebody to the realities and open their eyes. So again, Calvin, I thank you for coming, my brother, and we're gonna do this again. Love you.
All right. And thank you all for joining us for another episode of Can We Real Talk.